Welcome, 8th graders. We're going to be working on an extension of Lesson 2.4b. This time we're just going to be working with story problems. As in the past, we're going to be writing equations, only this time we will have variables on both sides. Clue words are very important. Less than is subtract. Twice means to take it times 2. Then we have this word for equals. Is, was, were, any of the forms of to be. Then on this side we have another less than, that's subtraction. And we have 4 times, which is multiply by 4. Now, let's take a look at everything that's to the left of the word is. 10 less than twice a number. Twice a number is 2n. 10 less than that would be to subtract 10. Is means an equal sign. Now I want 20 less than 4 times the number. 4n minus 20. Now we want to bring the variables to one side or the other, and I usually recommend that you take them to your left until you get used to working with these. So I'm going to take 2n minus 10 minus 4n equals 4n minus 20 minus 4n. At this point, I am going to change the minus 10 to add the opposite, and I'm going to change the minus 20 to add the opposite. You can do the same thing with the 4n's. It might make it easier for some of you to figure out your answer. 2n plus negative 4n leaves me with negative 2n plus negative 10 on the left side, and you're going to have negative 20 left on the right side. You now have a two-step equation that you should be able to solve. Negative 2n plus negative 10 minus negative 10 equals negative 20 minus negative 10. Subtraction means to add the opposite. So on the left side, I will have negative 2n. On the right side, add the opposite. I will have negative 10. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2, and n will equal 5. Now you can go back and check that. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 10 equals 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0, and 0 equals 0. So that's one way to check your answer. In our second problem, this is used quite often for figuring out when you have kind of a break-even point. But again, looking for some ideas here. You know that 4 times 4 per item, $4 per item, usually means you're going to multiply. And then here's another clue word, plus the $10 handling charge. Now, Company A goes on one side of the equation. Company B goes on the other side of the equation. What you're really looking for is where the two companies have an equal charge, because up until then, one company might be cheaper to use than the other, and after that point, it'll switch and the other company becomes cheaper. What they're really asking you for here is when will it make more sense to go with Company B versus Company A. So if we look at the first one, $4 per item, I want to know the number of items. So $4 per item plus the $10 handling charge is going to equal $3 per item plus a $25 handling charge. Now some people would say, oh, well, company A has got to be less because you have less handling charge. But other people would say, oh, but company B should be less because look, you've only got $3 an item. The truth is, one of these companies is going to be cheaper than the other until a certain point, then it'll switch. So company A is going to be cheaper for a while, and then company B would be cheaper for a while. And when you're buying something, you might have to make a decision based on how many you want to buy. At this point, I'm going to bring the 3n over to the left side. So I'm going to copy my 4n plus 10 and take away 3n equals my 3n plus 25 minus 3n. On the left side, I will have n plus 10 equals, on the right side, all I have left is 25. Now if you want to, yes, you can go add the opposite. And here too, you can go add the opposite. Now you have a one-step equation. N plus 10 minus 10 equals 25 minus 10. And n is going to equal 15 items. The truth is, if you are buying less than 15 items, you would go with company A. If you are going to have 15 or more items, you might as well switch to company B. And that's the end of lesson 2.4b, the story problems. And that will be Scouting Out.